Good evening and Merry Christmas. Before I go on to the next phase of this contraption, which will be two feedback loops happening at the same time, I want to better explain this rotating monitor and the inputs and how things like this are being created. Because it looks kind of cool, but I think it's even more interesting what's actually going on. So here you got this kind of biological creature with a tail and a head, and the tail whips around, but the head kind of stays pretty much in the same place. It doesn't rotate, which is kind of strange because the camera is rotating. So how is that happening? It's because this word fractal is coming from this monitor that's rotating with the camera, and the monitor is getting its input from the phone. The Canon sees the monitor. The Canon goes into input 2 of the switcher, and the top monitor here is getting just the output of the Nikon. So it's this feedback loop of this monitor, this Nikon, like this. But it's seeing that word fractal through the reflection in this basically teleprompter glass. And it's 50-50 glass. That means half the light goes through and half is reflected back. So that's why the word is backwards. And when the camera goes clockwise, it's going counterclockwise on the lower monitor, but in the reflection, it's going clockwise. So the rotation of the camera is being canceled out by the rotation of the word, in effect, making it not rotate at all. If I took the output of the phone, I'll unplug the Canon here, and plugged it directly into the switcher. Now, it doesn't have that same kind of cool effect where the top part stays stationary. If I change the top monitor to input 2 so it sees the word fractal, and change the bottom monitor, this control module here, to input 1 so it sees the Nikon. Now the Nikon sees the word, but it also sees itself in the reflection of the glass. So the feedback is mirror image now, but the word is not. And since the phone is going directly into the switcher still, when you rotate like this, it's kind of not too interesting because the main original word is rotating, but nothing else is. So, if you unplug the phone, plug the Canon back in, and take that output from the phone and put it in the rotating monitor again, now, when things are rotated, everything is rotating. Change inputs here. And that's because the motion of the camera rotating is no longer being canceled out because they're going in opposite directions. The camera is going clockwise, the word is going counterclockwise. So that's kind of what's going on with the rotating monitor and the inputs. If you want to see how it's all wired up, take a look at that.